What did Virgil van Dijk really say to Alexander Isak at Wembley? Months after Liverpool's League Cup heartbreak, the mystery chat between the two has only grown bigger, especially now that Isak has sealed a record-breaking £125 million move to Anfield. Van Dijk is teasing fans with promises to reveal the truth, but not yet. So what's the secret behind that cryptic exchange? The mystery surrounding Virgil van Dijk's cryptic exchange with Alexander Isak after Liverpool's League Cup final loss to Newcastle United at Wembley continues to intrigue fans, but Van Dijk is keeping the chat private. "I'm not telling you," he chuckled after Liverpool's win at Burnley. "Maybe in 2 years' time or 3 years' time, I will tell you. But not now. I can't remember." Isak's subsequent record-breaking £125 million transfer to Anfield on deadline day has only added fuel to the speculation about their brief chat. Isak's subsequent record-breaking £125 million transfer to Anfield on deadline day has only added fuel to the speculation about their brief chat. Van Dijk expressed relief that the complications arising from Isak's move to the Champions have been resolved. Van Dijk expressed relief that the complications arising from Isak's move to the Champions have been resolved. Now he's here, he's a part of the family, and it is time for him to be as fit as he can, as quickly as possible, and be important for us with goals, with assists, with link-up play, and with what Hugo Ekitike has already been showing and doing, pushing each other and bringing us to the next level. Without Isak available, Liverpool found it tough to penetrate a stubborn Burnley defence and needed a Mohamed Salah spot kick 5 minutes into stoppage time to preserve their perfect start to defending their crown. Each of the Reds' 4 triumphs this campaign have been secured by late winners, and Van Dijk reckons that demonstrates Arne Slot's squad's determination to keep battling and avoid frustration. "We kept trying," said the Netherlands captain. "We played against a team that had a very low block, so it was always going to be difficult. It could easily have been a draw because of the way they defended. It's frustrating when you play against that sort of style, but you have to give them credit for it, because they did it pretty well. In the end, we got the penalty that we deserved, basically, because we kept pushing. The body language was good, we kept pushing each other, stayed positive, and didn't get frustrated. We did everything we could, and obviously we found a way with the penalty." Slot discussed his bold decision to deploy numerous attacking players in the final stages after the match, with substitute Jeremy Frimpong earning the crucial penalty when Hannibal Mejbri handled his cross. With Frimpong joined off the bench by Rio Ngumoha and earlier Federico Chiesa, Liverpool concluded with 7 forward-thinking players on the field, and Van Dijk partnered at centre-half by midfielder Ryan Gravenberch. The Liverpool captain remarked, "The manager knows what he is doing, and he has full trust in me and the others at the back. At the end of the day, I always say that we defend together and we attack together. We have to make sure we are well organised and make sure we don't concede counter-attacks, which is what they tried to do as well. I think we did that pretty well. 2 clean sheets on the bounce, and we have to keep going and keep improving." Drama at Turf Moor. Arne Slot wasted no time hooking Milos Kerkez just minutes after Jamie Carragher branded the young defender stupid for a reckless dive. The Hungarian's early substitution stole the headlines, before a late Mohamed Salah penalty saved Liverpool and pushed the Reds 3 points clear. But was Slot's call ruthless, or simply smart management? Milos Kerkez was taken off by Arne Slot just minutes after Jamie Carragher branded the Liverpool defender stupid. The Reds returned to Premier League action following the international break against Burnley on Sunday afternoon. However, 38 minutes into the encounter at Turf Moor, Kerkez was withdrawn, with Andy Robertson replacing him at left-back. The 21-year-old was already on a booking and had been guilty of giving away a number of silly fouls before Slot made the call to make a change. However, 38 minutes into the encounter at Turf Moor, Kerkez was withdrawn, with Andy Robertson replacing him at left-back. The 21-year-old was already on a booking and had been guilty of giving away a number of silly fouls before Slot made the call to make a change. Kerkez was booked for diving after going down very easily under some pressure from Josh Laurent. Reacting to the incident live on Sky Sports, Carragher took aim at the Hungary international, saying, "I mean, it was a dive, no doubt about that." I don't think anybody in the stadium thought it wasn't. It was so theatrical. I mean, it was absolutely stupid that. I don't think there's any contact there really. And he's in a good position. I think he can hook his foot around that and get across in. As soon as I seen him make that run, I thought he's going to be in a really good position on the byline. Well done to the referee as well. He was really quick. In a really good position to see it. Michael Oliver. Following the change, Carragher said, "I think that's good management from Slot. What Kerkez did in the first half with the booking was ridiculous." While former Everton and England midfielder Leon Osman claimed on BBC Radio 5 Live that Kerkez must have picked up a knock. For it to be done before half-time, "I think there is some injury," he said. "Yes, Milos Kerkez has got a yellow card, but he has not mistimed a tackle. He must have picked up some injury." Kerkez moved to Anfield during the summer transfer window, after 2 impressive seasons in England with Bournemouth, for whom he made 74 appearances, scored 2 goals, and registered 8 assists. Kerkez moved to Anfield during the summer transfer window, after 2 impressive seasons in England with Bournemouth, for whom he made 74 appearances, scored 2 goals, and registered 8 assists. The Reds were heading for a goalless draw when Claret's substitute Hannibal Mejbri handled a cross from Jeremy Frimpong inside the area to give Salah the chance to score 5 minutes into additional time and send Slot's side 3 points clear. Liverpool had dominated possession but struggled to create chances with £125 million man Alexander Isak missing. And Slot said a draw was probably what we expected throughout the game. But we tried with the substitutions we made to bring onto the pitch all the players we have who can attack. We had 6 or 7 on in the end. I don't know if that has anything to do with scoring the goal, but we did create the penalty, and just before a big chance from Jeremy. So, relief, lucky. Explaining Isak's absence, Slot said he was doing recovery today. He had a hard and tough session yesterday. Alex is far from ready for a schedule for 3 games in a week for 90 minutes. Now, we will be able either Wednesday or Saturday to play 45 as a minimum, or maybe a bit more. But if he plays 45 on Wednesday, don't expect him to play 45 or more on Saturday, because his body is not prepared for that, in our opinion. Burnley had lost to an injury time penalty at Manchester United last time out, and boss Scott Parker, who saw midfielder Leslie Ugachukwu sent off for 2 bookable offences late on, admitted, "It's heartbreaking the way the game finishes for us. 2 games in row now in the dying minutes, 2 penalties decide the game. It's harsh, but that's this league. It's probably a penalty. The learning from it for us is that we probably need to train defenders to put their arms behind their back." Liverpool's new £125 million man, Alexander Isak, has wasted no time proving why Arne Slot pushed for his record-breaking signing. Just days after forcing his way out of Newcastle, the Swedish striker showed immediate commitment to the Reds, and fans are already buzzing about his attitude and impact. Alexander Isak's actions immediately after his £125 million transfer from Newcastle United are good news for Arne Slot. The 25-year-old was at the heart of the summer's most dramatic transfer saga, which came to a head on deadline day. Liverpool splashed out a record-breaking £125 million for Isak, hoping that it will prove to be money well spent if he can maintain his scoring rate from his time at his former club. Isak netted an impressive 62 goals in 109 appearances across all competitions for Newcastle, with his deadliest form coming in the Premier League, where he averaged a goal every 1.5 games. During this period, Isak found the back of the net 4 times against Liverpool, including the decisive goal in last season's Carabao Cup final at Wembley Stadium. This key role in securing Newcastle's first major trophy in 56 years earned him immediate hero status among the Toon Army, although this appears to have been lost following a summer spent trying to engineer a move to Liverpool. The saga began when Isak didn't join his former team's pre-season tour of the Far East due to injury, choosing instead to head to Spain alone and train at Real Sociedad's facilities. He eventually rejoined Eddie Howe but refused to play for the Magpies again and was made to train alone. When his departure was stalling in mid-August, the player took matters into his own hands, accusing Newcastle of broken promises in a post on social media. Isak hadn't submitted a formal transfer request, and the post led to fury on Tyneside ahead of deadline day. But that's all water under the bridge for Isak and Liverpool, as the forward gets down to duty on Merseyside. Slot's new signing went on international duty with Sweden immediately after sealing his transfer. He got his first taste of football in over 3 months as a second-half substitute, over 1,300 kilometres away from Liverpool in Pristina, as his country suffered a 2-0 defeat to Kosovo in FIFA World Cup qualifying. Less than 2 days later, Isak was the only Reds player who had seen action during the international break to turn up for the club's first training session ahead of this weekend's Premier League clash with Burnley at Turf Moor. Footage released on Wednesday showed Isak getting acquainted with his new environment, meeting his new teammates, and showcasing the goal scoring that persuaded Liverpool to splash out for his services. The new signing has 7 matches in a 21-day span to continue making a positive first impression. This stark contrast in behaviour between his final weeks at Newcastle and now also means Isak is quickly proving doubters wrong. Ex-Manchester United and England striker Wayne Rooney had been among those to voice their concerns, stating last month, also, for the team who's trying to sign him, obviously it looks like Liverpool who's trying to sign him, you have to wonder if that's the sort of player you want. A player who is going to desert his teammates, who's going to walk away from a huge football club